Ever wondered why roller coasters are so thrilling? Well, the secret lies in the laws of physics that govern their operation. The exhilarating rush you feel as you ride these towering structures isn't just a product of their dizzying heights and rapid speeds. It's a carefully orchestrated interplay of forces, energy, and motion. The thrill of roller coasters, in essence, is a masterful application of physics principles. So, buckle up as we delve into the thrilling world of roller coasters and the physics that powers them. The anticipation builds as your roller coaster car slowly ascends the first peak. This is where the magic begins, the initial climb. It's not just about building suspense, it's about building potential energy. You see, roller coasters are a fantastic display of physics in action. As your car is pulled upwards, it's like you're charging a battery. That battery is the potential energy of the roller coaster. The higher the coaster climbs, the more potential energy it gains. The potential energy is directly proportional to height. So, the taller the peak, the more energy is stored. And this energy, my friends, isn't just for show, it's the lifeblood of the roller coaster's journey. It's what propels the car through all the thrilling loops, drops, and turns that lie ahead. It's what keeps the ride going, transforming into kinetic energy to fuel the adventure. The climb may seem slow, but it's just the calm before the exciting physics storm. And then, the drop. Your stomach lurches and you're suddenly racing down at breakneck speed. This is the moment where the magic of physics really comes alive on a roller coaster. That potential energy you've been building up on the climb, it's about to be unleashed in a thrilling rush of kinetic energy. Let's break it down. When the roller coaster is hauled up the first big hill, it's gaining potential energy. That's the energy an object possesses because of its position relative to other objects, in this case, the ground. The higher the coaster goes, the more potential energy it gains. But when the coaster crests the hill and starts to descend, that's when the potential energy starts to convert into kinetic energy. Kinetic energy is the energy of motion, the energy that's doing the work as you plummet down the hill. The conversion from potential to kinetic energy is what gives the coaster its speed. It's the reason you feel your heart in your throat as you hurtle down the track. Now here's a fun fact. The weight of the passengers can affect the speed of the roller coaster. The more mass the coaster has, including the passengers, the more potential energy it can store. And more potential energy means more kinetic energy and thus, more speed. That exhilarating drop, it's all thanks to the conversion of potential energy to kinetic energy. So next time you're screaming your head off on a roller coaster, remember to thank physics for the ride. Next up, loops and turns, where the real fun begins. When a roller coaster whizzes through a loop or takes a sharp turn, there's a force at play that keeps you snug in your seat instead of flying off into the blue. This unsung hero is called centripetal force. Centripetal force, stemming from the Latin words centrum meaning center and pater meaning to seek, is always directed towards the center of the loop or turn. This inward force is what keeps the coaster on track and you safely tucked inside. The strength of this force is determined by two factors, the speed of the coaster and the radius of the loop or turn. A faster speed or a smaller radius results in a stronger centripetal force, keeping the coaster glued to its path. So, next time you're enjoying those thrilling loops and turns, remember, you have centripetal force to thank. Now that we've taken a thrilling physics-packed ride, let's summarize. Roller coasters are a fascinating showcase of three main principles of physics at work: potential energy, kinetic energy, and centripetal force. As we climb, potential energy builds up, storing the fuel needed for our exhilarating descent. This potential energy is then converted into kinetic energy as we plummet down, reaching top speeds and our adrenaline pumping. But that's not the end of our ride. As we navigate through loops and turns, centripetal force comes into play. This invisible force keeps us glued to our seats, even when we're upside down. It's the harmonious dance of these three principles that creates the thrilling experience of a roller coaster ride. It's not just about the speed or the height, but the clever manipulation of energy and forces. So there you have it, the physics behind the thrill of roller coasters. The next time you ride one, you'll know exactly what's happening during that exciting journey.